What's going on, y'all? It is Araneae Storm checking in for the Mercury sign series. We just finished up Mercury in Capricorn, and we're going to be moving over to Mercury in Aquarius. For those of y'all that is checking in for the first time, welcome to my channel. My name is Araneae Storm. I am your Cosmic Rootwork astrologer. I specialize in Mars activations as well as North Node and South Node consultations. So if you would like to book a reading with me, you can hit me up at araneastorm.wix.com/info, and then you can find me on all social media at Araneae Storm. Big shout out to everybody who's come in. Big shout out to everybody who's coming in. Big shout out to motherfuckers that have been in this motherfucker. Yo, I see ya. So, Mercury. Let's talk about Mercury. And then we're gonna move to Mercury in Pisces. For Mercury in Aquarius, people today. Mercury in itself is the planet of communication. Mercury rules Gemini and it also rules Virgo. It's the neutral planet of the zodiac. And this is our day-to-day communication. This is like short distance travel, our brothers and sisters. This is directly spirit, the channel that, you know, the universe directs through the words that I'm speaking, through spirit to you. He's getting the message out. This is the messenger God. You know what I mean? In ancient Egyptian astrology, this was deemed as the spirit. So every time you hear somebody say, I feel like spirit is talking through me, or you know, I feel like a message or whatever is coming down, or those downloads are coming down, this is Mercury. This is your Mercury, or this is somebody else's Mercury. Now, if you are Mercury in Aquarius, if this is your Mercury, or you know somebody that has a Mercury in Aquarius, or you just want to come by because you want to learn a little bit more about astrology, you've come to the right place. All right. Yeah. And honestly, I want to say this too. And introduce myself. I am Araneae Storm, but my name is Kru. So some people will hit me up and be like, should I call you Araneae Storm? I'm like, you could call me Araneae Storm, but my name is Kru. So, you know what I mean? I want to get this introduction out to y'all. So nice to meet y'all. If you see me in the streets, holla. You feel me? But yeah, let's get into it. So when Mercury meets Aquarius, what happens when fixed air, you know what I mean, comes and meets Mercury around the corner? It's exalted here. You know, Mercury loves to be in Aquarius because Aquarius loves to communicate. You know what I mean? Mercury in Aquarius loves to communicate its ideas. It's very eccentric energy. You know what I mean? It's always kind of pushing beyond the status quo, pushing or going against the grain. You know what I mean? Like Aquarius wants its ideas to be known. You know what I mean? Aquarius is highly intelligent and also is able to acquire knowledge from beings that you can't even see. You know what I mean? This is ascendant master, upper echelon energy. So, you know, because it's right before we get to Pisces. So this is like, you know, the Palladians. So, you know what I mean? Like, it's levels to this shit. So this is like Palladians. So a lot of ideas, a lot of knowledge and wisdom that Aquarius has cannot be acquired through a book. It cannot be acquired on the internet. It's just something that it knows. That's why sometimes Aquarius energy just be staring at all of us like... It was this video that I'd be dying laughing at. I'm not gonna put it in here, but I don't. If y'all seen it, definitely comment anyway. But if y'all see that this shit is funny, but it's these aliens on the phone with each other talking, and they was like, I can't do the whole thing, but I just remember she was like, the alien was like, oh my God, I stopped on my way to Earth and it's so much bullshit going on. They got these motherfuckers out here wearing masks. You know what I mean? It's dirty. It's ghetto. Like, that's when I saw that video, is definitely Aquarian energy. Basically, the alien was like, I'm good on Earth don't want to come back. We going back to where we came from. Like, no, this ain't for me. So Aquarius sometimes, especially having a Mercury in Aquarius, can sometimes feel like, even though they're a part of large groups, sometimes often they can feel alone. They feel like, you know, their ideas are very much so out of this world, and they like to look at things, I want to say subjectively, but that's not really what I'm looking for. But they can look at things and they view things from a detached point of view. So they're not really, even though they have their own ideas and they can be fixated to their ideas. When I say this lightly, because open up to other people's ideas and things like that. So it makes for really good conversation, you know what I mean? Conversation about like metaphysics, technology. I'm definitely going to be talking about the Saturn Aquarius transit in December, at the beginning of December. But just that Aquarian energy of like innovating new technology, or, you know, it could definitely go one or two ways. Like the Mercury in Aquarius can either be like all in, all hands on deck with this energy and wanting to innovate and wanting to transform the current technology that we have available to us now, or these are the type of people that are like not digital nomads, that's not the word for it. What's the word I'm thinking about? Basically where they're you can't really find them on the internet at all, you know what I mean? Like they don't, you know what I mean? Like they kind of like here and there gone, you know what I mean? They do a lot of offline. They may be more so offline than they are online, and just living in the world, just spreading their ideas amongst, you know, the physical world off the internet, you know what I'm saying? So it's definitely that energy. This is the activist, you know, very much so, because Aquarius wants to progress the collective forward. So, you know, with, you know, your own original ideas, you're definitely the type of person that's like, all right, well, what can we do? You know what I mean? What can we do to break from this, to evolve from this, to push the collective consciousness forward? This is definitely Aquarian energy. Humanitarianism, very eccentric in thought and dress, you know, the way they dress, their style. I just don't, honestly, Aquarius energy is just not, and this is no shade to all the other Mercuries, you know what I mean? I'm not a Mercury in Aquarius, I'm a Mercury Leo, so, you know what I mean? But this is like, they just kind of do different, they do different shit. Y'all do different shit, you know what I mean? Like, you're not trying to be like everybody else. You don't want to be like everybody else, almost to a fault sometimes. You know what I mean? Like not wanting to be like everybody else so much to where it's just like, all right, Aquarius, like, we get it. Like this, we get you. You know, we understand. You know what I mean? But, you know, sometimes it, like I said, it can be pushed a little bit to the fault because you just have so much of that like genius energy. You're very highly, you're ahead of your time. So I think sometimes Aquarius, Mercury and Aquarius can get frustrated because it's like, are y'all not seeing this shit? Like, for real? Like, it's blatant. It's right in front of you. Like, you don't understand. Like, no? Okay, nobody? Nobody at all? All right, we're just going to keep moving forward. Very reserved. Aquarius likes to have time alone. Aquarius to recharge this Mercury. Aquarius needs time to be alone. You know what I'm saying? So when they do go out and communicate, they can communicate at their fullest capacity. This is the type of energy too, Mercury and Aquarius, that will literally drop out on your ass. They will drop out on you. Gone with the wind. Fabulous. Yeah. And then come back like a couple years later like, yo, what's up? You know what I mean? How you been? You know what I mean? Or just like nothing's ever happened. So it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would definitely say don't shade Aquarius for this, but also if Aquarius gets mad at you for not keeping in touch, it's kind of like, Aquarius, like, yo, I was trying to hit you whole time you was gone. Like, what do you want me to do? Out of this world ideas, out of this world thoughts. Like I said, ahead of their time, very futuristic thinking, forward thinking. This is the mad scientist in the lab trying to put the potions together to create the magic, to create the alchemy. You feel me? Like, how can we move this shit forward? How can we progress? How can we make this work? This is also Aquarius, because Aquarius does gain knowledge from the upper echelon, and these ideas can come, conspiracy theorists is coming to me now, but because their ideas can come from this upper echelon, a lot of people discredit Aquarius. If their minds aren't open, if they're not receptive to the knowledge that Aquarius is spitting, people kind of question Aquarius's motives, or question if Aquarius is, you know, if ideas are clear, and it's just like, yo, like, you don't even understand. This is fucking a prophet. You know what I mean? Like, Aquarius and Mercury, Aquarius, Mercury and Pisces is very prophet energy. You know what I mean? Because it's not, I wouldn't say not everybody, because we all have the ability to channel it, but not everybody does channel this energy. But it's like, damn, like, you getting fucking, you know what I'm saying? You getting like a direct line, you know what I mean, to the gods. You getting a direct line to the upper echelon, the council, you know what I mean? And so this could be used for better or for worse. I think for Aquarius has to learn that not everybody's gonna agree with you, and that's okay. Everybody's not meant to agree with you. There's a rebellious nature, there's a rebellious spirit in Aquarius already, you know what I mean? But you cannot try to convince people. This is very much so kind of like Sag energy. You cannot convince people to agree with how you feel. Yes, staying strong in your convictions is amazing. It's an amazing quality that you have. But I feel like not staying so strong to the point where you aren't able to move, or you ain't able to see anything else. Because you do look at things from a bigger picture. You do look at things from, you know, the hawk side, you know what I'm saying, energy. But you have to be able to allow people to do the same with their own, because everybody's just not gonna agree. Because this is Uranus playing out. This is like quick, fast changes. So for you, especially if we're talking about the mind, because Mercury is the mind, the mental, and this is energy of like, one day Aquarius might believe this, and then the next day Aquarius is going hard as fuck for this other idea that is coming to mind. You're like, wait, I thought didn't you say that? Oh, okay, we're doing this now? Fine. All right, cool. You know what I mean? Like, all right, cool. Mercury in Aquarius can also be cult energy. What's interesting is nobody really mentions this at all that I've seen. I'm not saying that I looked into everybody or everything, but this can definitely be cult energy, honestly. You know what I'm saying? Being able, if it goes into a direction, you know what I mean? If Aquarius goes into a direction, so let's say Aquarius doesn't feel like his ideas being heard, but Aquarius finds this group of people where their ideas are being heard, and they're very good at communicating their thought, because once again, Mercury is exalted in Aquarius, so they're very good at communicating their thought. They're very good, Mercury Leo sitting opposite of Mercury Aquarius, persuading people into what they believe and what they know to be true, and then they can honestly turn that shit into a motherfucking cult. You know what energy I think of, and I don't even know what his sign was, but I forget the name of this cult. It was basically like a cult. They all had fresh ass like tracksuits on and shit, Nike tracksuits, purple tracksuits on. They went into this, basically they had this community where, you know, basically they ended their lives. They took something, they ended their lives so they can basically go to the next, they can go to the next life. But it was some type of alien energy or some type of, I don't know. It was just this white man. I just remember it was like this white man, and it was he did all these kind of videos about, ascending. If y'all know the name of that shit, definitely definitely post it or comment below. But it was, we be watching like cult documentaries and all types of shit, ancient aliens, all types of shit. So basically everybody was in these like purple tracksuits, you know what I'm saying? In this cult, this man would like have, you know, videos upon videos about why they were doing it, what it meant. I forget the name of the group. I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna post it in the link so you can look more into it. But that's definitely Aquarian energy. Like I said, I don't know the man's sign, but that Aquarius, you know what I mean? Yeah, this is really a nice placement to have. You definitely want to look into the aspects that is aspecting your Mercury, and you also want to look into your third house as well, because that definitely kind of gives that esque to whatever your Mercury sign is. But yeah, Aquarius likes it here. Aquarius definitely likes it here. And so I would say, Aquarius, even if people don't agree with what you gotta say, still say it. You know what I mean? Still say it. And when I say this, if they don't agree with what you have to say, let's say you know, y'all having a conversation, you say something, everybody's kind of get quiet, like, what the fuck? And what? Don't allow past childhood traumas or somebody denouncing you or denouncing your ideas keep you from speaking. I don't know why I don't know what's telling me to say that, but something's telling me to say that, because if Aquarius, basically I'm thinking of like this scientist, Tesla is one of the people. Tesla's not, I don't know what Tesla's Mercury is, but I'm gonna get into Tesla. I'm not even gonna bring Tesla into this. I'm not gonna even bring the energy of Tesla into this. But basically, it's like you coming up with these dope ass ideas, this, you know, technology, and you know, and you're trying to put this out like as this new upcoming idea. And a good example for cell phones. I think I mentioned this in one of my other videos, but like, nobody ever thought we would be literally communicating through cell phones. Nobody ever thought that we would be FaceTiming. Let's say 1980s. All right, we're in the 1980s. And you like, yo, I come up with this dope ass idea. You know what I'm saying? Like, one day, you know, I'm going to create this device where I'm able to not only talk on the phone to you, but I'm able to look at you face to face and have a conversation with you. Motherfuckers are like, what is that? Like, what kind of bullshit is that? We won't be able to do that, Aquarius. We won't be able to make that happen. That's like, where are you smoking something? Like, you popping pills? Like LSD? Like what? Aquarius, LSD. What are you doing? And Aquarius is like, yo, like, I'm serious. Like, this shit, like this, like, I'm dead ass. Like, this shit, I can make this. I can make this happen. You know what I'm saying? And people just don't believe Aquarius. Years later, decades fucking later, look at us now. You know what I'm saying? So I just say that to say, don't let a hating, negative Nancy ass motherfucker come into your vision, your peripheral, with all that talking down on your ideas. I don't give a damn if it's the most craziest shit people's heard. Whatever the case may be, continue to speak your fucking truth, Aquarius. We need you. We need you to bring forth those innovative ideas, those progressive ideas, going against the grain ass energy to make us think and to send us forward. You feel me? So that is my scope of Mercury and Aquarius. My name is Araneae Storm. Like I said, you can find me on all social media. You can find me also at Araneae Storm. godwigs.com/info. And yeah, we're gonna move it over to Pisces, and I will see y'all. We're gonna be moving to Mars after Mercury and Pisces.